Hi you guys, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel and happy Skincare Sunday. So today we're going to be talking about something that I feel you're going to hear more and more about this year and obviously in the coming year, especially towards the end of this year and into next year. It's a very interesting idea into skincare, and it's all about probiotics and prebiotics in skincare. It's a really kind of complicated and interesting topic, so I hope you guys will join me. And before we get started, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and let's do this. Alright, so before we get started, I want to thank you guys so much for sharing all of my videos with people that you feel would really benefit from them. It really means a lot to me, so thank you so much. So today we're going to be, I have notes on my pad of paper, I have them on my phone. It's a topic I've actually been researching for the past several weeks because it can be a bit confusing, and I don't want to oversimplify it, but I also don't want to get into the super complex nature of this subject. But let's first get into why we are talking about probiotics and prebiotics. So as we know, there's been a bunch of research actually just in the past 10 years. I know they read the study that they thought that in our gut health, that there was only kind of like 200 different types of good bacteria, and actually they have come to find out that there are over 10,000 different types of bacteria, kind of cohabitating in our bodies. And you have heard a lot of research, I hope you have, on the importance of gut health in our bodies, and it plays such a role in our ability to really keep our immune system up, to process foods. It really helps with people with things like IBS, digestive issues, acid reflux. So I obviously take probiotics every day, as well as I give them to my daughter, and just making sure that we have a good gut health is really essential to kind of how our body functions. So as I have known that for years, and especially people that take antibiotics, it's really been known to make sure, if you do take antibiotics, to make sure you're taking a probiotic supplement with it, because it helps to balance out and keep that bacteria as healthy as possible in our gut. So obviously we know that that is great for internal health, but what about things for our external health of our skin? Because the microorganisms that are on our skin, so we have good bacteria and bad bacteria on our skin. The good bacteria on our skin is called resident bacteria, and the bad bacteria on our skin is called transient bacteria. Now, what basically is important about this is that using probiotics in our gut is to keep things balanced. It's the same on our skin. We want to keep the barrier function, which is basically how the outer layer of our skin works, in really great working order. So the first and foremost reason for our skin is to make sure, and our barrier function is to make sure that our skin is healthy, protected, retains hydration, moisture. It keeps pathogens out of our skin and bad bacteria. That's what, if it functions on a normal basis like that, that's what its job is. Now, if you are not functioning at a normal rate, if your barrier function is not performing where it should be, you have things like dehydrated skin, sensitized skin, rosacea, acne, things like that. So we want to keep our balancing of our bacteria on our skin just as healthy as we do in our gut. And that's actually really what kind of led me on this journey of thinking, well, and I've also been hearing about it, to be honest with you, for a long time now. I've been hearing little kind of whispers about this being something of a big topic coming up in skincare. There is a movement that I've been reading about that we should be really switching to products that have probiotics and prebiotics in them, as well as other things. So Biosense, and I don't know if you say it Biosense or Bioessence, they have a squalene plus probiotic gel moisturizer, and we'll get into how packaging affects the stability of the formulas, but it's that kind of, those brands that are kind of forward thinking, and those kind of newer type of brands, you'll see them kind of start introducing this kind of probiotic type of thought process. All right, so let's get actually into kind of talking in general about these prebiotics and probiotics so you guys kind of have a little bit of a understanding. So under healthy conditions, there are colonies of resident bacteria on the skin that prevent adhesion of transient, we talked about, which is bad bacteria, and probably pathogens, pathogenic bacteria on the skin, thus working as a natural protective skin barrier. All right. Probiotics include various strains of uniquely helpful bacteria that occurs naturally in the skin, and that can be applied via probiotic skincare. Probiotics work with prebiotics. This is really important to understand the symbiotic relationship between the two. So probiotics work with prebiotics, which are basically carbohydrates. They're like plant carbohydrates. And what they do is they serve as food sources for the probiotics, so they can optimally do their job of protecting and nurturing our skin. So the prebiotics are the food for the probiotics to do their job appropriately. Okay, so I hope that that makes sense. Now, when we're talking about different types of probiotics, you hear actually a lot about the importance of fermentation or fermented food, or yogurt. So obviously we know yogurt, kimchi, those are all very different types of really great probiotic rich ingredients that you can use in your body to keep your gut health, but they're the same on skincare, in skincare. Greek yogurt cleansers are amazing. Now, of course, you know my philosophy. Cleansers, I don't know. I mean, I think they're awesome, but they don't stay on your skin long enough, but they will still protect the skin barrier, all right? But you're going to want to see things, you're going to want to hear those kind of trigger words, which is, you know, Greek yogurt or fermented, you know, fermentation of certain types of ingredients. So the Tatcha essence is one of those. They have fermented ingredients in here, okay? Obviously they have green tea, things like that, but their ingredients are fermented to give you that probiotic resources, okay? You also see the fresh black tea and kombucha, which is a fermentation process. Facial treatment essence, this is fantastic. So these are kind of your first step in putting a probiotic or a prebiotic on the skin. You'll hear actually a lot, just the general word of prebiotic, but for the most part, there is a combination between a probiotic and a prebiotic in these products, but not everybody talks about prebiotics, okay? So kind of getting into this fermentation idea. So prebiotics, prebiotic bacteria produce acidic compounds on the skin through fermentation, which reduces the skin's pH, turning it acidic. And this is really important. The compounds prevent adhesion of pathogenic bacteria on the skin, and lower pH discourages the growth of these species while promoting the growth of resident bacteria or good bacteria. That's why this fermentation process is so important, and that's why actually using products that have this as one of your first steps. So that's why I full-heartedly believe, in essence, one of the reasons is as a first step into making sure that the skin pH balance is appropriate as well, so we don't have a weak barrier function, rosacea doesn't start to have flare-ups, acne prone skin can be a little bit more enhanced on a more healthier level. Some of the benefits to keeping this kind of microflora or, you know, the skin's barrier function in balance. So some benefits is that it strengthens skin surface against obviously environmental threats. It also enhances skin's ability to become and stay more properly hydrated. It can diminish factors that trigger sensitized and red skin. It visibly improves signs of dryness, including a tight and uncomfortable feeling, and it restores the healthy pH balance of the skin's surface. So this is something that actually I want to read directly from the Paula's Choice website, because I feel that she is a great resource sometimes when it comes to special ingredients. So what's even more fascinating is that probiotics and their derivatives, also known as, I'm going to butcher this word, so I'm going to spell it for you, Lysates, lacets, work beautifully with other skincare ingredients. And get this, as the probiotic breaks down on the skin's surface, they create brilliant new ingredients for skin, such as hyaluronic acid and peptides. and vitamins, as well as increasing the presence of ceramides, okay? This in turn leads to diminished signs of aging, better hydration, and a radiance that visibly proof of skin's renewed vitality. So I just wanted to make sure that you understood that a little bit more. So what's so amazing is that when products have like hyaluronic acid and probiotics, the probiotics, when they break down into the skin, they actually create ceramides. And if you actually don't know, Elizabeth Arden, many years ago, actually when I first started doing makeup, this is something that I carried in my kit. And when I was doing research for this, I was like, that is right. So Elizabeth Arden back in the day, I think they still do, they have these capsules of ceramides. And we'll actually break down why ceramides are important in skincare in another skincare video. But they used to actually have these capsules that I would add onto a model or celebrity's skin before I did their moisturizer and obviously completed their makeup. And they've really been ahead of the curve on this, in my opinion. When I was doing my research, they also have a I'll put the link below to the product I'm talking about, but they also have had a peptide complex or serum that they've come out with a little while ago, and they really have been kind of ahead of the curve on the ceramide and probiotic front. So that's what's exciting, and I love to hear that when those probiotics break down on the skin, they create things that we need, which is hyaluronic acid and vitamins, and help, you know, the production of ceramides. It's just really an interesting topic. There is a lot of stuff that I could go into on why I feel that this is something that we need to start looking for. But the best way that I can use this technology to my advantage is using things like an essence, especially these two, because I know that they have fermented ingredients, and especially this one because it does have kombucha and black tea. So that's really important. So if you're kind of confused on like, oh gosh, how do I incorporate another ingredient into my routine? If you're already using these two products, or obviously don't use them both, but if you're already using these two products, you're good to go. You already have what you need in that. But I also wanted to give you a few more ideas on how to incorporate this product into your routine. There is a company called BioElements. They have a probiotic anti-aging serum, and this is actually said to be one of the best skincare products for mature skin, all right? This serum employs probiotic technology to deliver best results, and due to its serum texture, it suits every skin type. So that's also, too, what's really important with sensitive skin and maturing skin. If you don't have this balance, it can really lead to early signs of aging, acne skin, acne-prone skin, rosacea-prone skin, sensitized skin, and things like that. So this is a great way to incorporate it. This serum, when you use probiotics, can be used morning or night. It does not have any contraindications with any other products, just so you know. It's a benign. It's like hyaluronic acid or squalene. It's benign. So you don't have to worry about when am I going to put this into my routine. And then actually Burt's Bees, if you're looking for a little bit more cost-effective product, this is the Burt's Bees Intense Hydration Day Lotion with Celery Sage. It's made from 99% natural ingredients, and it is definitely more budget-friendly. So this lotion is formulated with the use of probiotic technology along with natural hydrating ingredients to heal and nourish the skin. I also like the way that the delivery system of this moisturizer is, because when we talk about probiotics and prebiotics, again, like so many other ingredients, you'll see a lot of this. So like that BioEssence one I was telling you about, it comes in a jar, and for me, you're gonna have to use that really quickly to keep those ingredients stable, because probiotics are really kind of unstable and hard to do, and hard to keep them stabilized. So they really should be in an airlocked container. So I do like the delivery system of this moisturizer. I hope that this makes sense. I also hope that you don't feel that this is like, oh, another product that I need to try, because it's not. So it's just that skincare is evolving all the time, and they're researching and getting new products that work amazing benefits on the skin. So I'm just trying to keep you abreast of the newest information that is out there and something to look into. You will see more products nowadays that have combined fermentation or probiotics and something else, and that's kind of more what I'm steering towards, is getting products that do double duty. I really would love to see that Biossance or Bioessence line with the squalene and protein moisturizer come into a more airtight delivery system, because I really believe in that line a lot. They are very, very great ingredient formulation. They are a green and organic and healthy skincare brand. So I really would love to see that kind of come into a different packaging. But I hope that this makes sense. I hope that also too, telling you something like this is an easy way for you to include fermentation probiotics into a much easier step than adding another serum. But if you are looking to add another serum, I did give you some suggestions. So I would love to hear from you guys below if you guys have been using probiotics in your skincare, how it's been working for you. You know, I love to hear from you guys, and our community is so fantastic on sharing all of their experiences, and it helps everybody else out. So thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, you guys.